The greatest cheat code in life isn't talent, luck, or intelligence. It's something far less glamorous, yet infinitely more powerful: consistency. You see, most people spend years searching for shortcuts, hacks, and secret formulas, only to eventually realize the truth they could have learned in minutes. There are no shortcuts, only systems, routines, and small daily actions that compound over time. The distance between where you are and where you want to be isn't about working harder in chaotic bursts. It's about showing up again and again, even when you don't feel like it. I used to think I had a motivation problem. I didn't. I had a consistency problem. Let me share with you the single mindset shift that changed my entire trajectory. Consistency beats intensity every time. Let's break this down. Here's what most people miss. Life is a game of tiny, repeated actions. The gym session that feels pointless. The single healthy meal that doesn't move the scale. The 5-minute meditation that barely quiets your mind. It doesn't feel like much, but it stacks. It's like brushing your teeth. One time won't save you from cavities, but twice a day for years, you get the idea. We massively overestimate what we can do in a day, and wildly underestimate what we can do in a year. The person who writes for 15 minutes every day will have a book in a year. The person who only writes when they feel inspired probably never finishes a single page. Consistency creates momentum. Momentum creates progress. Progress creates belief. And belief is what keeps you going when the results still feel far away. We live in a culture obsessed with big energy. New year, new me, 30-day transformations, crash diets, hardcore productivity sprints. But here's the reality check. Intensity fades. Motivation is like caffeine. It spikes, it crashes, it disappears. Discipline, systems, habits, those are the quiet workhorses that carry you when motivation has ghosted you for the third time this week. One workout a week for a year beats a perfect 7-day plan that burns you out after 2 weeks. The person who walks every day will outperform the person who tries to sprint once a month. Consistency is sustainable. Intensity is temporary. No one tells you this, but success is painfully boring. The same wake-up routine, the same meal prep, the same work blocks. It feels repetitive. It feels dull. And that's exactly why it works. The people you admire, they aren't chasing constant variety. They've embraced the boredom of mastery. Think of an athlete drilling the same move thousands of times, or a pianist practicing scales, or an investor consistently buying index funds over decades. Here's the truth that took me years to accept. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And systems are just consistency in disguise. This was the unlock for me. Don't try to be motivated to work out. Become the person who works out. When your identity shifts, your behavior becomes automatic. A runner doesn't have to debate whether to run. They run because it's who they are. A writer writes. A reader reads. A healthy person chooses the apple, not the candy bar. Consistency isn't just what you do. It's who you become. When identity and action align, consistency stops being hard. It becomes effortless. Here's the trap most people fall into. They try to willpower their way through change. If your gym clothes are buried under a pile of laundry, you're less likely to work out. If your phone is your alarm clock, you'll scroll for 30 minutes before you even get out of bed. The fix? Design for consistency. Lay out your clothes the night before. Put the book you want to read on your pillow. Set up your workspace the night before so you can flow in the morning. Your environment should whisper, "This is what we do here." Willpower is finite. Environment is permanent. And permanent wins every time. Here's what happens when you commit to consistency. You show up, you get small wins, you gain belief, you show up more. It's a flywheel. Slow to start, unstoppable once it spins. The hardest part? Starting. Second hardest part? Restarting after you fall off. You will fall off. Everyone does. I've lost count of how many times I've restarted habits. But the pros? They get back on track faster. They don't beat themselves up. Consistency is not perfection, it's persistence. Here's what I wish someone had told me 10 years ago. The single greatest life hack to become unreasonably consistent at one thing. Pick one habit, not 5, not 10, just one. Show up for it every single day, even just for 5 minutes. Because when you prove to yourself that you can stick to one thing, you unlock a superpower. You realize you can apply consistency to anything. So I'll leave you with this. Don't ask, what's the perfect plan? Ask, what can I do today that I can also do tomorrow? And the next day, and the next day. That's the real life hack. That's how you win. If this resonated, subscribe for more, and tell me in the comments what's one habit you're going to show up for no matter what. See you in the next video.